92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The guy on the phone for a second date update today feels like he wasn't on his A game when he went on the date with the girl we're about to call. Her name's Abby, right, Scott?
Yep, Abby, yes.
How you doing? Thanks for emailing the show.
For sure. I really appreciate you guys hearing me out on this. Thank you.
I read your email. I like how you initially got her number and got your dinner date. Why don't you tell everybody how you did that? That's pretty smooth.
I appreciate that. So, I'm a busy guy, so sometimes I only have a little bit of time for lunch, so I ran down to one of the lunch trucks, and I noticed a cute girl behind me on the line. And I was trying to figure out when the line was moving forward, like, oh, man, what can I say to this girl? Like, how can I initiate this conversation? So I turned around to her, and I blatantly lied to her. Actually, I said, hey, I've never been to this lunch truck before. Do you have any recommendations?
See? That's a good idea. Now,
that's A-game material right there.
But when you do that, you got to make sure you've never been there before, or they're not going to recognize you. So you're like, oh, dude, I've never been here. What's good? And then you walk up to the front. They're like, hey, Scott, how you been?
You're regular for you?
Yeah. Just get you the usual.
I'm assuming that didn't happen, right, Scott?
It didn't, fortunately. It didn't.
Yeah.
So basically, we started talking. I made her laugh a couple times. She made me laugh. I was like, oh, this girl's pretty cool. So, I get my sandwich, and we go over to the side, and I wait for her to get hers. And then as she's walking over, I say, hey, Abby, I really appreciate the lunch recommendation. Since you gave me a recommendation, I actually wanted to give you a dinner recommendation.
Oh, I see. Look at that segue.
See, that's what I was talking about. That's the part that I like.
That is smooth,
You gave me a lunch recommendation. I'm going to give you a recommendation. You come hang out with Scotty Boy for dinner.
5 stars on Yelp.
So she liked it, obviously.
She did, yeah. She shook her head, but
yeah.
she thought it was cute. So
where did you guys go to dinner?
we just went to a spot downtown. It's this little sushi spot that I know about, and it was awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt off.
Now, well, that's what your email said, that you weren't on your A game. What does that mean? What is your A game?
I hadn't worked out that day, and so I felt a little bit off physically, like I wasn't in it, like I wasn't showcasing the full me.
Do you mean like you were tired and just kind of off mentally because you hadn't worked out, or are you talking about like your biceps weren't bulging from the pump from the gym before?
I mean, probably a little column A, a little column B,
Oh, yeah.
One leads to the other.
Did she notice that anything was off?
I don't think so. It's not like it was like leaving the conversation to go cry for a minute and come back.
But I mean,
Sounds like it.
She's also not calling you back, so she might have noticed.
No, I mean, I pride myself kind of on being a witty guy, and I just didn't feel like I was on it. I just didn't feel like I was sharp that night.
How much did you bring up your workout regimen and your muscles? Because in our conversations, it's come up a lot.
Well, I mean, I feel like it directly affects a lot of parts about me, I mean, I probably brought it up a little bit. It's a part of my life. It's something that I pride myself on. So,
anything that was notably awkward, or anything that you said where you noticed a weird reaction from her? Or...
I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. It's funny because, we go for a walk, we look at the stars, and it'd be that moment where you'd, like, look at each other. And I was like, normally I'd go in and, like, try to get that kiss, but, like, it's just so, I just felt, like, deflated. It was really weird. So, and I'm sure there were some times where she was kind of like, oh, what's going on with this guy?
Was it that tension? Like, it's like, okay, now's your opportunity to kiss her, but you kept passing on that?
Totally, yeah. I didn't understand it.
That's the worst.
That is.
Do you think that you guys just don't have chemistry, maybe? I mean, are you trying to make something that's not there?
I'm thinking about her. The fact that I wrote this, I wrote to you guys because, I like her. I wouldn't write to you guys for anybody. So I think it was just me. I was off. Like I said, I just got to make sure I get my workout in. So I'm really feeling on point.
How many times have you tried to get a hold of her since your date?
Sent her a couple of text messages, and, she responds to them, but, like, it takes a long time to respond.
Okay.
Normally if you're excited about something, you respond quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just text. I didn't try to call her or anything like that. I didn't want to weird her out.
Have you actually asked her out again, or are you just trying to make conversation and you notice that she's being a little slow?
Yeah, I would say more the latter. Because I mean, I haven't gotten that like green light that she's like enjoying talking to me or anything.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update. Okay?
All right. That's fine. Thanks again, guys.
All right, man. Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Scott, I want to let you know during that song, I was able to slam a protein shake, so I'm on my A game. This second part of your second date update is going to go great. I can feel it.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, no problem, bro. If anybody's tuning in right now, Scott is on the phone with us. He went out with a girl named Abby. Feels like he wasn't on his A game during the date because he didn't work out earlier in the day. And there's nothing really glaring that happened during your date that you can think of, Scott. You just felt kind of awkward about the whole
Yeah,
thing?
just a little awkward. Yeah, just a little off. I don't know what's going on with me.
I will say, I think it takes a big man to admit that he wasn't on his A game. Like, most people call in, they were like, I did everything perfect. I don't know what went wrong.
But Scott hasn't even directly asked Abby out yet. You just aren't getting the right vibe.
Yeah, exactly. You guys know how that feeling is.
All right.
I do.
Well, there it is.
We're going to give her a call right now. Scott, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go, man.
Hello,
Hi, is Abby there?
this is her.
Abby, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on Moving 92.5. How are you?
I'm sorry.
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning on the radio station Moving 92.5.
Okay.
Abby, I'm calling you because you recently went out with a friend of the show. His name is Scott.
Okay.
And Scott really liked you and enjoyed your date, but he's kind of getting a really weird vibe from you that you don't want to see him again.
He's getting a weird vibe from me.
Yeah. Should it be the other way around?
I mean, I don't want to, throw anybody into the bus or anything, but I don't think I'm the one that's being weird.
You think that Scott is weird?
Honestly, I don't know him, so I can't say that, but...
Abby, I talked to Scott about the night you went out because I was asking him about your date, and he says he feels like he wasn't on his A game. Did he seem kind of off to you?
I mean, that's what he said to me that night, so...
He told you that he wasn't on his A game?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of a weird thing to say.
Well, at least he was being honest. But how do you go from being off to being weird? Those are two totally different things.
There's this one moment that I went into the bathroom and, I was gone for a couple minutes and I came back and he wasn't facing the bathroom, so his back was towards me. And I was getting closer to the table and I saw that he was kind of moving his head up and down. And I kind of thought that was weird and I went up to him and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I missed my workout, so I'm just going to get some butt clenches.
What? Some butt clenches
butt
at the
clenches?
table?
Oh, Abby, are you sure he wasn't joking?
He had to
That's
have-
so ridiculous.
Amazing.
He had to have been joking with you, Abby.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I thought that he was joking, so I laughed.
So he's basically working out while you're at dinner.
Right.
Yeah, that's weird. That is weird, Abby.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a pretty solid body. I got to say that. He's a very attractive guy. And obviously that was one of the things that he kept wanting to talk to me about. And I eat healthy. I try to go for walks or I'll go for hikes with my girlfriends and stuff. And there was one point where he asked me, he was like, oh, what gym do you go to? And I told him I didn't go to a gym. And he started asking more questions, like, why? What's so bad about working out? And I was like, it's just not my thing. I've never been into going to the gym. And he literally goes, look, sweat dries, blood clots, bones heal, suck it up, princess.
What?
Say that again. What did he say?
Sweat dries, blood clots, bones heal, suck it up, princess.
Oh, my gosh.
So he's basically like, get in the gym.
Did you
Quit
just...
being a crybaby.
That's awful. And so condescending.
What would you say to Scott if you could talk to him right now?
No.
I would say don't be a douchebag.
Simple. That's to the point.
Okay?
I
Hey,
like that.
Scott,
Pretty much it.
Yeah.
did you hear that?
Oh, gosh.
Abby, I should probably let you know that Scott's on the phone and just heard what you said.
Everything?
Everything.
Everything.
That sounded like a wounded little puppy.
Say hi to Scott, Abby.
Hey.
So that's how you feel about me, huh? That I'm a douche. That's it?
Oh, my God. This is so awkward. I didn't say douche. I don't think I called you a douche.
Yeah, you did.
Well, let me clarify. You didn't call me a douchebag. You just called me a douche.
Yeah, there was no bag in it.
Yeah, douchebag light. I guess.
Scott,
You were working out at the table.
yeah, were you actually doing that, Scott? That's kind of weird, man.
I was. I wasn't even thinking about when you went to the bathroom and I was doing those, to get a couple butt clench reps in.
Those are real?
she came and tapped me and told me, like, hey, what are you doing? And I immediately was like, oh, shoot. That's kind of like blew my cover, so I just told her what was going on. I mean, any other reason for me to be clenching my butt over and over again was probably worse.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, the workout thing's forgivable. What about princess?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody should work out. It's not just a you thing. It's like an everybody thing. You know, like everybody needs to, feel that exhilaration. You know what I mean? Like it just really kind of sets you off every day. So, I want that for you. And when I hear that you don't want that for yourself, I'm thinking, here's a girl who wants to be like pampered and like, all right, what am I, feed you grapes? Like,
You didn't pamper me though. You wouldn't even let me order anything that I wanted to order.
Wait, he was stopping you from ordering food?
Yes.
What?
I tried to get the spicy tuna roll thingy, and you were like, oh, it's fried. You shouldn't eat fried food. Go straight to your waist.
All right.
Dude, Scott.
it was just a suggestion. I didn't tell you had to do it. I'm not going to walk your hand through life.
It wasn't a suggestion. You specifically said, I'm not going to pay for this and contribute to obesity in America.
Scott,
Abby! How are you
If you're
still
going-
at the table?
You know what? No, I don't even appreciate this. She's blowing this up. She's getting all smoke because she's on the radio and people are laughing at her right now. There's no way I was this bad.
Abby, would you like to go out with Scott again? We will pay for a second date. We'll make sure it's on his cheat day where you can order whatever you want, and we'll tell him to make sure he goes to the gym beforehand so he's not doing exercises at the table.
I just can't, in my right mind, say yes to another date with him.
Thank God.
Oh, man.
He was awful.
I'm just not into that type of person, I'm not into that lifestyle.
Oh, yeah, that healthy lifestyle? Yeah, well, have fun living until you're 52.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
When I met you in the summer.
Some people call to do a second date to find the person they want to be tied down to for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
While others want to do a second date just to get in touch with the person they want to tie down for an evening.
Whoa.
And that's the kind of second date we have today. Todd is on the phone. Apparently he met a woman named Gina, and she's not calling him back. He doesn't want a long-term thing, but he does want to see if he can get one more date to try to get some action.
What? So no wonder she's not calling you back.
What's up, Todd?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Pretty good. So you really don't want a relationship with the girl that you want to call today, but you do want to try to hook up with her? Is that what I got from your email?
Yeah, I mean, sure, that'd be nice, but I'm more curious kind of what the hell happened after I hung out with her.
Okay.
Okay.
And before we get too far into this, she wasn't looking for a relationship either, right?
Well, we actually only hung out one night at a bar, so we didn't really get to that part of the conversation.
All right.
Okay.
Well, how did you meet her?
Well, we met at the bar where we were hanging out at.
Oh, okay.
so-
So that's it. That's
So you met her just one night. You didn't actually have like an official date.
No official date. I tried to do an official date, but she was not returning my calls.
okay.
Oh.
And did you approach her at the bar, or what happened there?
No, actually, she initiated it. She started talking to me. I was
Really?
just out with my friends, and she approached me while I was at the bar.
Dude,
Wow.
I appreciate
Nice.
that. I love when women take the first step. That's rad.
Oh, yeah, it's rare when it happens, but it's,
Yeah.
that's what attracted me to her.
Does this happen to you a lot? Are you a guy that girls hit on often?
No, never. That's
Oh.
why this is so amazing.
And how was it when she approached you? She would walk up and be like, "You want to buy me a drink, Stad?" Or something. I mean, that's what I would imagine happens. It's never really happened
No,
to me.
because
But
then you like give up the whole control thing if they're the one buying you a drink.
Well, I mean, she was actually really cool. She wasn't like some girl just trying to get drunk off of my money.
Yeah.
She said, "You look fun," which was the first thing she said to me.
Oh.
That's cool.
Oh.
Nice
all right.
line. Because
That's
that
a great
could mean
line.
anything.
Yeah.
That could mean fun in bed. That could mean fun at an amusement park. I don't know.
Dude, good line.
Yeah, actually, that line worked on me, but come to think of it, any line a girl would tell me at a bar would work for me, too.
Yeah. Hey, sir, could you move out of my way? Absolutely, I'll buy you a drink. No, that's not what I'm saying. Did you hang out with her all evening?
Pretty much, yeah. We were talking all evening. She thought I was really funny, which was nice and rare, so we...
Rare.
I was hanging out with her while my buddies just sort of kept drinking.
I get why you want to do a second date. Now, this is a very rare evening for you. A woman hit on you for once, and then she also thought you were funny.
Whoa.
Yeah, actually, and she also said I was young and energetic. Well, that sounds positive. I like that.
I don't know.
It sounds like she
That
was actually looking for you to spend some time in the bedroom. Like, you look like you're bendy. You look spry.
It's kind of a weird thing to say, though. Was she a lot older than you?
She's a little older, yes. I didn't get her age, but I could tell she was a little older than me.
Okay.
Like
so like cougar older?
Could be, yeah. I mean, it was dark, and I was drinking, so
Yeah.
I could very well be that. I hope not too old, but
Okay.
so I could tell she was older.
She was older. She wasn't like 22 years old.
No, not at all. But, I'll tell you, I like women with experience. That's always
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, and plus, there's no like question about her intentions. If you're an older woman, you know what you want, and you go straight for it, man.
Clock's running out. You got to get it in while you can.
Yeah, that's kind of also what sort of drove me to, want to hang out with her again, really.
I can totally
Yeah.
see this.
So wait, how did the night end?
So she actually gave me her phone number and said, let's get together sometime soon so we can have a lot of fun.
Oh,
All right.
Man.
wow.
A lot of fun.
She is sassy.
Yeah.
Did you guys make out or anything?
We made out a little bit. I was, at that point, it was like closing time, so I was pretty gone. But
Okay.
Last call.
some
Okay.
stuff happened, yeah.
So a little bit of stuff happened there, and it sounds like she wants a lot of bit of stuff to happen later.
You would think that, but that's why I'm wondering what the hell happened, 'cause she's not returning any of my messages.
And,
All right.
and what do you say to her in your messages?
I mean, the first message I left, I said, hey, this is Todd, and I'm ready to have some fun.
Is that right?
I like that. And you haven't heard anything back from the messages that you've left her?
I haven't heard anything back, not any, and I've left her a few, so I don't know what's up.
Okay.
Maybe she's just been busy. I feel like a woman like this has many young, spry gentlemen in waiting.
That's okay. I mean, just call me back and let me know.
Nice. Cool. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and then we'll call her and get your second date, all right?
Cool, thanks, guys.
Yeah, man, hang on. Right in the middle of a second date, and if you're just joining us, Todd is on the phone, and Todd is a victim of a cougar attack. That's right.
That's the weakest cougar I've ever heard.
Little tiny little cougar.
Oh, okay.
But he was at a bar when a woman approached him named Gina, and she said, "You look fun."
Oh, hey.
And then they hung out, had some drinks, made out a little bit. Then she gave him her phone number at the end of the night and said, "Call me for even more fun." But he's been trying to call and has heard nothing back. So he's curious why someone would be so aggressive with him at the bar and then not call him back. Todd, are you ready to go?
I am, yes, thank you.
Are you sure? That didn't give you like PTSD or anything, hearing that cougar again?
No, I don't know what the hell that was, but I hope it explains something what the hell's going on.
Wow. Now, you don't know this woman's exact age, but if you had to guess, what do you think the age gap between you two is?
I think realistically maybe 12
Okay.
years apart.
Okay.
That's not
Enough
too
of a,
bad.
Enough of a gap to be a
No.
cougar, though.
Or a small kitten. I'm still not sure what your definition. Yeah. That's like Todd's just little catnip at this point.
All right, Catnip, are you ready to make the phone call?
Yeah, please, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I was looking for Gina.
She's not here at the moment. Can I take a message?
Yeah. This is Jubal from Brooke Jubal in the morning.
Okay. Can you spell that, please?
Yeah, it's Jubal.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, who? Real quick, who is this that I'm speaking with?
This is Dennis.
Dennis. And how do you know Gina?
She's my wife.
Oh. Okay. Did you know she's going to be back later? Because I kind of want to talk to her about something.
And you need to speak with her about...
Well, it'd be better if I talked to her about it. I just want to steal a few minutes of her time, so. You might just be able to tell her I called. I can try back. Do you know when she'll be back?
I don't actually, but I can take a message for you.
Yeah, I think it's probably better if I call back.
If I may ask, what does a radio station want to talk to her about?
Well, we do a segment on our show.
No.
And it kind of reconnects old friends. So we had one of our friends email us to get a hold of her, so that's all.
So some old friend wants to connect with her?
Yeah, just like a buddy of hers.
I mean, I'm sure I would know who it is.
Yeah, maybe not on this one. I don't know. I think they go back a ways.
Well, I guess I could tell her that you called. What's the name of this person?
Todd.
Todd.
Yeah, Todd. He's been trying to get a hold of her.
Todd.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. I think I might know what this is about.
Really?
Did she just meet this guy?
Yes, she did.
How do
She
you-
just met a dude
At a
named...
bar?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so you know about this?
Oh, yes, I know all about it.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude.
I am
All
so
right.
sorry. I am like my heart is in my throat right now.
I'm sorry,
Whatever you
man.
guys are going through.
We do a segment on our show where when people meet somebody out at a bar or something like that and they want to get a hold of them, they email us to see if we can figure out why they're not calling them back. That's why we were calling.
You know what? Just let them know that we haven't had a chance to call them yet.
What?
Yeah, no, just tell them that.
Wait, can you repeat yourself one more time?
Just let him know that she's been away. She's been, out the past week, and we haven't gotten the chance to, to contact him yet.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Are you sure you know what's going on here?
Oh, yeah.
What do you think is going on then?
Gina hit it off with him, I think, at a bar the other night.
What?
Okay,
And,
so you do know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
What?
So you're cool with her hitting on another dude out at the bar?
Yeah, that's kind of the plan.
The plan?
Plan?
Oh, it's
Well-
just dawning on me.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, so
Wait.
this
Yeah,
is
no,
okay. This is all okay with you.
Yes, it's very okay with me.
So you guys are in like an open relationship or something.
What
is
is going on right now? What?
Oh, Todd.
Well, Todd, I think that you are about to be a third wheel.
Hello?
You've got quite the invitation, sir.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Loud and
Dennis,
clear.
we can hear you. What you just heard was Todd, who is actually on the other line listening to this conversation.
Oh.
Yeah, Todd is
oh.
on Todd is on the other line because Todd
Oh, my God.
was hoping to be able to talk to your wife Gina about the night that they met.
Hey, man, you know what? I didn't know she was married. She didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, well, that's all part of the game.
Part of the game.
What?
I'm sorry. I thought I was talking to a girl at a bar that was really into me.
Yeah, she was. She came home, told me all about you, and I was like, yeah, let's meet him.
Oh my
This is
God,
amazing.
Todd.
Oh,
Todd,
wait.
are you freaking out right now?
Wow.
Yeah, this is insane. It's insane.
Like insane in a good way, Todd, or insane?
No.
Oh,
No,
I'm
not
just
in a
checking.
good way.
You know-
What are you talking about? I don't go out for threesomes. This is crazy.
Look, Todd, I totally get it. This is might, sound weird and stuff, but if you wanted to give it a shot, she took a selfie, I think, with you, and I thought you were cute, and she thought you were cute, and we think you're cute. So
Oh my God.
Quite the compliment, Todd.
I'm embarrassed.
Stop laughing. It's not. I don't even think this is funny. I think you're setting me up.
I promise you this, we did not set you up at all.
I think it's really funny.
Todd, you need to relax. Okay? It's fun. It's an interesting thing and spices things up. I mean, come on, you've never done this before in college or high school or any point?
High school, my God.
I mean, is this your way to get me to come over so you can beat the shit out of me? Is that what this is?
Todd, it's the exact opposite, actually.
Oh. Well, Dennis, aren't you a smooth talker?
Not hate you.
No, I'm serious, Todd. If you want to come over, we'd love to have you sometime.
Oh my God. Hey, Todd, I mean, you were really attracted to his wife at one point.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
good.
at one point. I mean, but now I'm talking to a man, and that whole thing. Anything I thought might happen is completely out the window.
Come on, Todd. I mean, my wife's beautiful, right?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, so, you know what I mean?
Oh,
Know what I mean?
it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hey, Todd, would you
so creepy.
like to go out with Dennis and his wife Gina for a second date?
Oh my God, I
We will
only-
pay for it.
I have one word to answer that. No.
No? Are you sure?
The only reason I'm disappointed is because I wanted it to be our first time, too, for you guys.
Guys, I can't even believe this happened.
Todd, come on. What's your weekend look like? What's your schedule like this weekend?
Oh,
Dude, Dennis wants it to happen. Gina wants it to happen. Todd, come on, get on board.
Again, definitely not.
Are you sure, Todd? It's Saturday. It's going to be fondue night.
Fondue.
Wow.
Man. Save the extra cheese sauce for Todd. We're right in the middle of a second date, and if you're just joining us, Patrick is on the phone. And I'm really surprised that Patrick is not getting a call back from the girl he went out with. Her name is Vicky. Because on his first date, he gave her the old green thumb. That's right.
What girl
And
can
for-
resist?
For all you perverts out there that are thinking about what the green thumb could be, you're exactly right.
No.
He gave her a plant. Well, he didn't actually give it to her. He brought a plant on his first date because Patrick says that he's not the best conversationalist when it comes to the ladies, and he gets a little nervous. So he brings a plant along with him as an icebreaker. And they can start talking about the plant, and hopefully it leads to other things.
Patrick, you are a sweet underdog in this story, and I really, really hope that there is a reasonable explanation for her not calling you back.
Well, I hope so too. Thank you
Yeah.
for one person being on my side.
I'm on your side completely, man. I really want you to get another date with her.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out why she's not calling you back, okay?
Super.
Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Vicky, please?
this is she who's speaking.
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
I'm sorry, who is it?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? Does that mean anything to you?
Like the radio?
Yeah, kind of like it.
Or exactly like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard of our show before?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
I'm really confused right now.
Well, let me help you out. We recently got an email from one of our listeners, and it was about you.
Whoa.
That's
Okay.
You,
probably the appropriate response.
you went out on a date with a dude named Patrick a little while ago.
Oh, gosh.
Come on, Patrick the plant guy.
I know, Pap.
Okay, well, Patrick emailed us because he said he really enjoyed your date, but now you're not calling him
no.
back. So he thought maybe we could get you on the phone and find out what went wrong.
Wow, okay.
I'm hoping that you just have like a reasonable excuse. Like, you've been out of town for work. Patrick was a great guy. You're ready to give him another shot.
Not quite.
Oh, really?
So what'd you think of Patrick?
He was really nice. I mean, he's pretty awkward, but he means well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are positives.
So nice overall, though.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Can I tell you what he told us about your date, and then you see if you agree?
Please.
Okay. So he said that when you guys went out, he took a plant along with him,
Mm-hmm.
and he does that so he can have an icebreaker to start a conversation.
He said that it made you laugh. Like, I mean, who wouldn't laugh at that situation?
I was laughing, but I think it was for a different reason than he thought.
What do you
Like
mean?
you were
Was-
laughing at him and not with him.
Well, you're not going to believe this, but this is not the first time this year that I go out with a dude who brings a plant.
What?
What?
You've gone out with a plant guy before Patrick the plant guy?
Way.
I know. It's totally unbelievable, but it's true.
Where are you meeting these men? In like an arboretum or something, or a greenhouse?
No, I was completely shocked, and then I realized what was going on.
Where you must be putting some sort of bring a plant on the date vibe out. I don't know.
What was going on?
So after the first time that happened to me, I was really weirded out, and then I thought, well, that guy's just a creep. So I didn't think about it any further. But then after Patrick did it too,
I was like, something's going on. I got to figure it out.
Yeah, what's this horrible trend of dudes taking plants on dates?
So after I went out with Patrick, I got home and I Googled it. And sure enough, I found it on a dating blog. I guess it's a way for guys to break the ice when they're out with a girl.
Really?
It's like a self-help type thing?
Yeah, I mean, this is for guys who really have trouble talking to women who get, like, sweaty hands, and I guess it's supposed to help.
That's so sweet, though.
So now there's a new trend among guys that I haven't heard of yet of bringing plants with you so that you can talk to your date.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he even used some of the suggested moves that I read. So I think that's when I was like, okay, no.
What are the suggested... Wait, you have to tell me what the suggested moves are.
Well, one of them that I read was to order a beer for the plant and then pour it in. And sure enough, he did.
So he's stealing all of his moves from this dating blog.
So good, though.
I mean, it just wasn't original, and I
Yeah.
just wanted him to be himself.
And you run the risk of getting that plant hammered, and we know how mouthy they can be when they're drunk.
Handsy, too.
Overall, it was just kind of disappointing because I want to get to know someone for who they are and not someone who's just putting on an act.
Yeah, but you
Right.
gotta give him some credit. It wasn't like an act to get you in bed. It was an act to break his own weird anxiety stuff.
I mean, how do you know that he didn't want to get me in bed with the plan?
Well,
Or was it an eggplant that he took with him? Because if it was,
Dude,
that means business.
that would have been amazing.
I just thought it was really weird.
Yeah, it is really weird. It's weird that you went out with two guys who
It
did
is.
this.
2 plant guys.
Lucky me.
Yeah, and it's even weirder that one of those guys is actually on the phone listening and wants to talk to you. And that guy is Patrick.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Hey, Vicky.
Oh, no, come on.
So you figured me out, huh?
I sure did.
I mean, you know why I did it. Just anxiety gets to me, especially being on a date with someone as beautiful as yourself.
Aww.
Aw.
Well, that's nice.
Come on.
That's really nice, but I just wish you could have been more genuine instead of following instructions from a blog.
Well, as a matter of fact, the blog did say to use a different type of plant, and I just went with the one that I felt comfortable with.
Oh, look at that. The comfortable plant.
Yeah, so he put his own spin on it, Vicky.
I mean, it's not the type of plant, it's just the plant.
See what's going on here? We're still talking about the plant, Vicky, just like the date.
Oh, you are smooth, Patrick.
Right, and that was the problem, that I wanted to get to know you, not the plant.
Right, and getting to know me takes a while. I'm, a complex person.
So good.
Oh, my God.
You guys are laughing, but I'm a complex person, and I do enjoy plants. I have plenty of plants around my house,
Oh.
and you know what? It eases my anxiety, it eases my tensions, and provides fresh air for my home.
There you go.
See, look at that.
Fresh air.
Hey, Vicky, Patrick is a complex person. Would you like to go out with him again for a second date and get to explore all of his complexities? We will pay for it. We'll pay for a second date.
I feel like you should really give him a second chance. Like, he understands that you were uncomfortable with the plant. You want to see who he is.
I don't know, I just feel like if Patrick could talk to me about him or I instead of the plant, then maybe that would be...
Well, Vicky, I'm gonna jump in here because, look, I hear you, and you wanna converse. So something you didn't learn about me on the date is that I'm actually a pro yo-yoer.
Wow.
Whoa.
Dude, that is like, it's almost like a celebrity.
Is that for real, Patrick?
Yeah, I've been doing it for over 16 years now, and I've got tricks that I do myself that nobody else does.
There you go, Vicky. That's something interesting. A pro yo-yoer.
That's just not really a big turn on for me.
What are you talking about? Walk the dog? Hello.
Oh, walking the dog is old school. My tricks are so much better than that.
Come on, Vicky. A pro yo-yoer who needs a plant in order to start a conversation. You're telling me that you're not turned on because I've got to take a shower.
You know what they say about a man who can handle a yo-yo, Vicky?
And I don't, actually. I feel like if this, then what else? What other weird thing is going to pop up?
Vicky, the one other thing that you need to know about me is that I really genuinely like you. 100% really do. I promise. It's not a lie.
I don't think I can do it.
Oh, man. Vicky, that was so heartfelt.
Dude, give up, Patrick. It's not going to happen. You've tried your best.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was easy. Patrick, time to move on, I guess. And Vicky, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
At least you have a cool story to tell about your date. Patrick, next time, don't give up the fight so quick, man.
Okay.
All right. Work in progress. Today, a listener named Patrick is on the phone to do a second date. He sent us an email that said he doesn't go out with a lot of girls. So he's really hoping that he can get another date
Oh, I already like him.
with Vicky. I guess that's the girl that he went out with, or maybe it's just somebody else, but that's the name he mentioned in his email. Patrick, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
He's
Sounds like we're doing better than you are.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Quite the intro,
I
huh?
didn't mean to just punch you in the gut right away there.
I think you had already punched him, and then you punched him again
Yeah.
with that second one.
Welcome to the show, Patrick.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. So your email said that you're really excited about this girl because you don't go out on a lot of dates.
Well, I mean, I go on dates. It's just they're few and far between. There's been 3 in the past couple of years.
Oh. Now,
3 in the past couple of years is not a bad ratio.
hey, come on. That may be by your choice, right, Patrick? You're just really picky. Is that it?
Not so much that I'm picky. I'll pretty much go out with anyone. It's just
Oh.
I'm not very good at conversations.
Oh, all right. So you clam up a little bit when it comes to going on dates.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Well, if you have trouble talking to people, then how'd the conversation go on your date?
It actually went surprisingly well.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have an icebreaker that I bring with me, and I use it on this date with Vicky.
That you bring with you. Ice pick. You're not bringing an ice pick on dates.
Or like-
That could be scary.
Well, no, it's not an actual icebreaker. It doesn't break ice.
Oh, that's good.
What I did was I set up just, a casual restaurant date, and I brought my potted plant.
You what?
I said I brought my potted plant with me.
Like an actual indoor plant you brought with you.
Yeah, just like a succulent,
So it's a small plant.
What is that?
Yeah, and just plop it down there on the table, and it's the only table that has a plant on it, and girls always ask about it.
Okay,
All right,
'cause
so
why wouldn't you?
Do you always bring a potted plant with you on your dates?
Yeah, I've actually found for the past 3 that it's worked really, really well.
No, it hasn't, Patrick, because you've only had 3 dates in a couple years, and you're on the phone with us.
Right, but every date that I brought the plant on, the girl laughs, and that takes the focus away from me. So it gets rid of my anxiety about the date, and it just lets us kind of, as I said before, break the ice.
I will say, at first, I was pretty judgy, but when you paint it like that, the plant sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Kind of works.
It really works. We talk about watering it, playing music to the plant, pruning it, and like how the greenness in the room just brings out a happier mood for people. We end up talking about the plant for the entire date.
Okay, so it's sort of like you bring your own wingman, except your wingman is a plant.
Oh, good analogy.
Yeah, you could say it's like a wingman, but I think it's much better than a wingman because it allows me then to control the conversation and there's no blocking going on from the plant.
Yeah, that's true.
true.
And when you wait,
Yeah.
though, they're going to develop someday, and they're going to be able to steal your girl. You never know.
I hope not.
I mean, the plant sounds great in the initial, break the ice moment, but when you say that you talked about it the entire time, was she able to learn about who you were as well?
Yeah, so as we're talking about plants and plant facts, I get to put in little bits of information about myself in there, and as it relates to the conversation, that's when I can talk about myself.
So you're like, you know who else loves water?
Yeah.
This guy. Can't get enough.
Yeah, I mean, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. How did it work then? So the date, you guys obviously had a conversation a lot about the plant, but what happened at the end of the date?
Well, at the end of the date, I decided to just, I kept the whole plant thing going, and I ordered an Uber, and I put the plant in initially as a joke, and tucked it in, put a seatbelt on it, whispered to the plant, and then I said to her, "Oh well, time for the plant to go home," and she laughed. She thought it was funny.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is funny.
But then I was like, "Oh, if the plant goes, I have to go too." So, and that's kind of how I wrapped it up.
All right.
Okay.
Did she seem like she wanted to hang out longer without the plant?
I don't know. It was really difficult to read her
towards the end. But she did give me a hug. So
That's
that was
great.
a big thumbs up there.
Yeah.
She gave you a hug. Well, what I'm thinking is she might not be calling you back because maybe she was hoping you would have made that joke about the plant going home, and you two could have still hung out the rest of the night. But instead, you were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here too," and then left.
I hope that's not the case. Like, if that's so, like, then I guess the plant did end up blocking me.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
That plant's not going to get water for a week now.
And how long has it been since you heard from her?
Well, I was texting her last week. She'll respond if I say, like, hi, how are you? How's your day going? But if I ask her if she wants to go on another date, she doesn't respond.
All right, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date, all right?
Great. Sounds great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hang on.
Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I didn't think people met anybody at a car wash since like the 70s, but apparently I was wrong. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning because Jake is on the phone. Apparently that's where he met the girl that he wants to call today. He met her at a car wash. Not a lot of car wash parties in current day, but Jake, what's up? How are you?
How you doing?
Pretty good. So you met, what's her name?
Melanie.
Melanie. You met Melanie at the car wash?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I'll be honest with you. I was driving and then I saw this fundraiser car wash and there was a lot of pretty girls out there washing their cars and I thought,
Okay,
you know what?
Oh, so you saw a charity car wash and you wanted to perv out for a bit.
Wait, hold on. This isn't like a high school cheerleading squad, right? Because those are the only people I ever see doing charity.
No. At least they didn't look like that. They looked, overage. They looked legal.
Oh my
Okay.
God! Again,
So they
this
look
is a good
legal.
qualification
So you
for
figured
me.
you'd pull in there and really do some detective work and figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really need a car wash, but, it was like a good excuse to get in there and then talk to some ladies.
Okay, well, the lady that you want us to call Melanie, she's legal or she's a cheerleader in high school?
Well, here's the thing, though. I went in there and I told them I want to get my car washed. So as I tried to talk to the few ladies that were there, they were all too busy, so no one's paying attention to me. So I went and I sat down, waiting for my car to get washed, and then I met Melanie.
Now, was she washing cars or was she also getting her car washed?
No, she was waiting. She was waiting for her car as well.
Okay, so you just struck up a conversation with her.
I sat down next to her. I was kind of like bummed out on my phone, and then she's like, "Oh, there's some really nice shoes you got." So I turn around and I look at her. I was like, "Wow, this girl's gorgeous."
Okay.
So I just started talking to her, and we got off on a good start. We had a nice conversation, and I asked her for her number. Let's have dinner.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm guessing you guys went out and had dinner?
Yeah.
All right, how was it?
I thought it was going great, but I guess I said something that she have said because the vibe just like completely turned around after that.
What did you ask her?
We were just talking, trying to get to know each other, and I was like, "Hey, so what do you make a year?"
What?
You asked, you asked her her
that?
salary?
Dude, that's
Yeah, that's like something you don't ask anybody, really.
Well, that's exactly what she said. So the whole vibe just kind of went like, yeah.
So wait, how far into the date when you asked that?
Half an hour, 40 minutes. But we were talking about our jobs, and it just felt so kind of natural to ask, what do you make a year?
Do you
Well,
live
that's
in this
never,
country?
it's never
Because-
natural and it's never okay to ask somebody that.
I mean, it's kind of like the unwritten thing that you don't.
You wonder, but you don't ask.
Yeah.
I mean, it's even uncomfortable sometimes for me to ask my husband how much money he makes.
Yeah, and I tried to make it better by telling her how much I made. I was like, okay, you know mine. Well, what's yours? And nothing. She wouldn't say anything. She would just look at me like I was crazy.
Yeah, you kind of are.
I was like, come on, it was just a question. I was nervous. I didn't know what else to talk about. I just wanted to keep the conversation going. So that's the first thing I thought.
All right.
How are you going to continue that conversation? Either like a good for you or a let me give let me give you some tips on how to make more. Like, do you make a lot of money yourself? Like when you told her your number, is it normal? Is it impressive? Where are we at?
Now you're asking, Brooke. What
I mean, we're talking about it.
Well, it's decent.
Okay. All right. So it's just an okay salary. It's not like you're trying to be like, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah. I mean, like, come on. I drive a Nissan Versa.
Okay. All right.
So I think that's okay then, like, because it could have come off as you being braggadocious, but like you weren't able to recover ever.
I was trying, but I don't know. It's just she wasn't really taking anything I was saying. So I don't know. I mean, I really think I messed it up.
Well, how did you end things with her?
Well, I paid for dinner. Then she gave me a kiss on the cheek. I was hoping for a little bit more, but based on my my behavior, I guess I got what I deserve.
Yeah, it's a pretty rude question, man.
I've been calling her, trying to text her, but nothing, no text, no call, no.
Maybe she doesn't make enough and her cell phone bill got turned off. Her cell phone got turned off. You never know.
Have you had a chance to apologize to her?
No. But if you guys can help me out, I would definitely give her my best apology. Maybe I can get a second date.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, all right?
Thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
There are certain things you should never ask somebody on a first date. You probably don't want to ask about politics. You don't want to ask them if they were to suddenly go missing, would anybody look for them?
Yeah, thank you.
And you probably don't want to ask them how much money they make. And that's the problem that Jake made, who's on the phone for a second date update right now. He went out with a girl named Melanie. They met at a car wash, had dinner together, and he thinks that he screwed it all up because at a certain point, he asked her how much money she made. And from that point on, the date went downhill. She left. She did end up giving him a kiss on the cheek, but she hasn't talked to him since. All right, Jake, we're about to call her and find out if that is the reason. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Oh, my God. That was a heavy breathing.
It sounds like you're more than ready.
Okay?
It sounds like you actually finished. We haven't even got into the second date update yet.
You don't even need it.
Yeah. Are you good now, or are we going to still make the phone call?
Yeah, no, come on.
Okay.
I mean, you sound nervous. That's how I took that.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I think that you're going to be able to apologize to her and she's going to understand. You just stick to the "you made me so nervous" part, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, and finish up whatever you're doing before you start talking to her,
my
because that will
gosh.
creep her out, all right? But just put your phone on mute while we talk to her so you're not making weird noises in the background, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Melanie, please?
This is she.
Hey, Melanie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay.
You don't know what that is, do you?
No, what's up?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning is a radio show.
Well, yeah, I figured that, but who are you? What's going on?
I'm Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning, and we do a segment on our show called The Second Date Update. Have you ever heard of that before?
No.
Okay, well, I'll explain. A second date update is where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we recently got an email about you from a dude named Jake.
Okay.
You know Jake?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay. So Jake told us about your date.
Mm-hmm.
And he also told us that you're not answering his phone calls or text messages or anything and is wondering why you're blowing him off.
Am I supposed to tell you why?
Would love it if you would. So would Jake. He actually wants to know the answer.
This is kind of weird, but that's fine. I'll tell you.
Okay.
This is easy.
So he told you we met at this car wash place.
Yeah, he told us all about that. He thinks the reason you're not calling him back is because he asked about how much money you made.
Oh.
He said that was the moment everything changed. Like you went from being interested to being totally put off.
Oh, okay. I don't think it was that moment, although that was a weird one as well.
So what was it?
So Jake seemed really nice at the car wash, but I don't know, he's really not my type.
How so?
Did he tell you he's originally from Spain and he just moved over here
No.
not too long ago?
We talked to him, and I heard an accent, but we didn't ask about where he was from or anything.
Okay, so he's originally from Spain, and...
That sounds pretty sexy to me.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, except he went on and on like almost immediately from the beginning of our date, he went on and on complaining that, like, ever since he got here, that he's like not been able to hook up with women, and he's so frustrated that American women are so uptight and they should be more. I'm not kidding you. He goes into this thing like, we need to be more free. We need to be more sexual.
Is it weird that I'm like, he kind of has a point? I don't know. Like, we are kind of a prudish country.
I understand that. But this is a first date, and it's the first topic of conversation he's going to bring up. And it was in the creepiest way. Like, all the red flags. All of them.
I guess it's weird to complain that you've moved to a country and are having trouble getting laid.
Yeah.
When you're on a date.
Well,
I mean, it's not like you're hanging out with a buddy. You're like, man, I can't hook up with a girl. But you're like, hey, you want to go out for dinner? By the way, nobody will have sex with me here. That's weird.
But it wasn't even like you just said that very casually. Okay, that's a very casual thing to say in a conversation and be mature about. But he was like smarmy gross about it.
Was it the way he was talking? Was it his body language? Could you point to one specific thing that made him smarmy?
All of the above.
All of it.
He would go into this, like, it was almost like a pitch. Like, back in my home in Spain, women would throw themselves at the floor to me. Like, he was a king or something. It was so gross. I just can't even.
You can't, like, chalk it up to cultural differences.
I'm sure part of it is that, but like I said, there's a way to have a conversation about that without making it creepy and weird. It was weird. I wish you could have been there. I really do. Because I've been around like creepy dudes. I've never felt this uncomfortable.
Really?
It was just, you just have like this feeling, this instinct. I can't really describe it. And it was just like, I shouldn't be here. I gotta go.
Okay.
Well, that's not good.
You probably don't want to be here either, Melanie, because Jake is on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Okay. He's listening right now?
Unless he hung up. Jake, are you still there?
I am.
Oh. Okay.
Huh? So is it my accent?
No, Jake, I think it was the fact that you were talking about not being able to hook up with American chicks.
And what's wrong with that?
Well, it's a date.
You're on a date, you know?
It's just, in America, we don't talk about sleeping with other people when on a first date.
That's what I mean. I don't understand why you guys are so uptight about, sex, everything, In Spain, it's very natural to talk about those things, whether in a first date or you're home with your mom or your grandmother. It's all very free.
Your grandmother.
Grandma, when is the last time you had sex?
I like his liberated point of view in terms of it's natural, everyone does it. Mm-hmm. But are you hearing what she said about being uncomfortable?
I gotta say, I was very surprised. I was very shocked. Spain women love all that kind of talk. Please accept my apologies. I'm a very sexual person. I'm very free when it comes to that. I was hoping maybe you'd be in the same way and not so, antiquada, like an antique kind of thing,
Listen, I think most people are sexual beings. It's part of our human nature, but there's a respectful way to do it, and you cross those lines immediately. Like, I have no interest in seeing you. I don't even know.
Really, Melanie?
Wait, so are we kind of like lost in translation kind of thing? Because if I was alone with you, I would do things to you that you can't even think of, I treat you like my princesa.
No. Did you hear what I just said? It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. You're not being a respectful human being.
Melanie, I think you're being a little too uptight. Maybe that glass of tequila will help you calm down a little bit and come on a second date with me.
Okay. If you were to give him some tips on how, if he got to redo it, what would you want him to do differently next time?
Be a different person?
I don't know.
It might be kind of tough to do.
Well, you got to free yourself up. You're like in a cell. You're obstructing yourself from liberations and freedom of sex, whether it's with men or women or both at the same time or multiple.
Whatever. Just get after it, huh?
I was just trying to help.
I'll be fine without you, thanks.
Are you sure, Melanie? Would you like to go out with Jake on a second date? We will pay for it.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I didn't see that coming at all.
Melanie, fine. Look, I get it. I understand. You're not as sexually liberated as I am. You're not as sexually free as I am. But maybe you can guide me in the right direction? Or might you have some friends that are more sexually liberated than yourself?
What? Now he's going to ask to meet my friend. Guys.
Well, it's a little frustrating because no one will sleep with me here.
Come on, Melanie, can you hook him up? You have any friends that might sleep with Jake since he's having trouble?
I think I'm going to save all my friends the headache and just say, no, absolutely not.
Well, all right. So, Melanie, thank you for your time, Jake. I'm sorry no second date, but, you know, we do have a lot of American women who listen to this show. Is there any last-minute plea you'd like to put out to them?
Yeah, to all the beautiful women out there, a mí me gusta complacer mucho a las mujeres. ¿Tú me entiendes? You know, I love to please women, and I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
I actually
Well, with that Spanish you just dropped right there, Jake, done. I'll sleep with you.
Yeah.
It's good. We're good.
Okay, thank you, but if there's any women that are interested,
We'll send them your way, Jake. Take care, man.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.